Hi, Martin here, and in this video I'm going to go through the new Bing Chat AI tool that you can start using today for free. So let's get started. So first and foremost, what is the new Bing? So Microsoft added AI to its Edge browser and Bing search engine, and that is powered by the same technology that OpenAI used to create ChatGPT. So it actually uses GPT-4, and essentially it's an AI-powered search engine, and the chat function is kind of conversational, so similar to ChatGPT. So you can ask questions, get responses, and then ask follow-up questions until you get the results that you're looking for. So what do you need to access the new Bing Chat? Well, you'll need the Microsoft Edge browser, which I have here, and I actually have the Mac version, so it's available on Mac and obviously Windows. You'll also need a Microsoft account, so that could be an Outlook or Hotmail email address. So once you've got Edge, go ahead, open it up, make sure that you are logged in. So you can see I'm logged in here with your Microsoft account, and we're heading to bing.com. So I'm here on the home page. So I'm going to go ahead and click where it says Microsoft Bing next to that. I'm going to click chat. And then here we are in the new Bing Chat AI chatbot. So let's quickly run through this kind of homepage just to familiarize ourselves with some of the features. So in the top left, you'll have seen this is where I switch between search and chat. So you've got the traditional search engine, and then you've got this chat functionality, which is their AI chatbot. At the bottom is where we've got the text area. So this is where you're going to enter your prompts to be able to start a conversation with Bing. There, next to that is the new topic button. So hit that, and then it will delete the previous conversation, and then you can start a new one. In the middle, we have something called choose a conversation style. So it kind of gives you some of the information when you hover over, but essentially you have creative, and that will give responses that are original or imaginative. You have balanced, which will give you a clear conversation and start an informative and friendly chat. And then precise, which will start a concise and straightforward chat. So when you're playing around with it, try the different options. I've tend to keep it more on the balanced option for now when I've been using this chatbot. And then finally on this page, there is a feedback button at the bottom. So obviously this is kind of still in a preview state. So any feedback that you want to provide will hopefully help to improve this chatbot in the future. So let's go ahead and start a conversation with Bing. Like I said, we'll keep the balanced option selected for now and ask a simple question. So I'm going to ask, how can I increase my subscribers on my YouTube channel? Go ahead and hit enter or return. So it will now take a couple of seconds to look at your question, find an answer, and then put that together. So you can see here that we have a response. So it's given me kind of 8 tips on how I could increase subscribers on my YouTube channel. So now we have this response. There's actually a couple of cool features that I can point out. So one is the links to websites that you have down here at the bottom. So that's kind of being part of Bing and that internet search engine. You have the option of these websites that might help as well. One other thing that it does do is give you suggested follow-up questions. So down here, you can see I've got questions like, how do I optimize my YouTube videos? What is a channel trailer? So these are ways to kind of encourage you to keep that conversation going. Okay, so those suggested follow-up questions can be really useful. So let's go ahead and continue on with the conversation. So we've had a response, but remember, this isn't just a search where you search and then get the result. We can have a conversation. So I can ask about that response that Bing's just given me. Okay, so I'm just going to ask, which of the 8 tips do you think is the most important? So I'm going to ask that question, okay, and then I'm essentially taking the response that they've had, but I want to dig a little deeper, okay? You're the AI. What do you think that you've got? So it's saying they're all important, but creating highly engaging content consistently is the most important tip. And again, I've got more follow-up questions here. So it's saying creating engaging content is the most important. So I could follow up then. I can use one of the suggestions to say, well, how do I create highly engaging content? Okay. So one final thing to kind of point out in this chat is you'll see down here that we have a 3 of 20. So that is essentially keeping track of all of our responses. So you can ask up to 20 questions. So you've got 20 responses per conversation. So pretty cool, right? Pretty straightforward to use. Go ahead, play around, ask different questions, use the follow-up suggestions, and you can kind of really hone in on answers that you might be looking for. So just before I end the video, I actually also want to highlight the inbuilt Bing chat. Okay, so I've just switched over away from the Bing webpage just to highlight the inbuilt Bing chat function. So if you click on the Bing icon in the top right, you'll find that essentially we have a condensed version of the Bing website we were just on. So we've got the options of setting a balanced, creative, or precise chat. We've got the new topic button down here, and then we've got our text box here. Now, when you first open up the chat, you'll be greeted with this message, which essentially says, to get the best experience with relevant responses, allow Microsoft to access your browser web content to enable chat responses about your web page. Select text for editing assistance, generate page summaries, and more. And it will then ask, yeah, turn that on, or no thanks. Now, it's entirely up to you, but if you turn it on, then you're going to be able to use this chat functionality to ask specific questions about the web page. So I've turned it on here already. So if I go into the text box and just say, can you summarize this web page? So again, it'll take a second, and then it's giving me a summary of all of these different sport headlines that you can find on the web page. So it's a great inbuilt functionality. So you can do everything that I showed you on the Bing homepage version. But like I said, if you turn on the ability for it to access your browser, then you can actually ask it questions about your web page as well. So to close the chat, you simply just can hit the X here or hit the Bing icon again. So there you have it. That's the new Bing AI chat. So I hope you found it useful. If you have, please like the video, comment below, and subscribe for more. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.